Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. And since we don't have any place to go, we should let it snow. Let it snow. I'm not gonna lie, this looked pretty cool. The trailer looked pretty fucking rad, and it reminded me of Shredder. If you guys don't know what Shredder is, just look it up for yourself. It's basically a modern slasher. Came out in like 2003 or something. And it's about these teenagers that go to a ski resort and they get picked off one by one. This film is similar in regards to there is a killer that looks like a snowboarder. In this case, there is a girl and her boyfriend who are going up to a ski resort to go snowboarding for Christmas weekend or something, or winter break or whatever. They go there and there's this thing called Black Ridge, and they want to go there, but there's been a bunch of murders there. So, excuse me. They go there, but they're told not to, and they go there, and her boyfriend goes missing, and she has to go look for him, but she's also stuck in the mountains, and she has to find a way to survive and get out. It's the movie. It's the movie. When I saw this at Walmart, I was like, I gotta check this out. So I saw the trailer, it looked cool. I looked at some reviews, and a lot of people said this movie's bad. A lot of people. It has a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. But that's only because like 10 people reviewed it. Rotten Tomatoes. No one takes them seriously anymore. But still, the reviews for this movie are pretty bad. I got nervous. Things I liked. Overall, the production for this movie is really good. The quality of it looks really fucking cool. It's all, like, it is in the snow. And I love snow survival movies. I love movies like The Gray, Frozen. I even like somewhat of the movie Break, which takes place on a cable car. I love snow survival movies, and I love snow horror movies. So I was really interested in checking this one out. And like I said, the production quality is really good, and you get nice drone shots of the mountains. Everything looks good. The actors do a good job at playing the parts that they're given. And overall, you know, that's it. This movie isn't bad. I don't regret watching it. But if I'm being brutally honest, this film is just very, very lackluster and boring. The whole movie is just the main girl. I forgot her fucking name. She's just running in the snow. She's just running. Nothing else to it. I didn't hate her character, but the one thing people said that they didn't like about this movie was the main girl. I can understand that. She doesn't make the best decisions, but because I'm a Christian and my inner Christian self is telling me you gotta forgive people and that kind of stuff, you know, it's like, okay. And overall, like, when the movie started, she made one dumb decision where she was like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna go to Black Ridge and, you know, snowboard. And shit gets real. And, you know, bad shit and all that. It's pretty much what you expect. She's out in the middle of nowhere, literally, freezing her ass off, and she has to survive. My biggest problem with this movie, though, isn't like the production and anything like that. It's just this movie didn't really have anything to it. It's literally just her walking in the mountains for almost the entire film. And she makes a lot of stupid decisions. And let me just say, this bitch won't die. Oh my God. Why won't she die? I don't want her to die. I don't want anyone to die in a movie. Well, actually, that's not true. I didn't really want her to die, and yet she doesn't die, and it got it to the point where I'm like, is she gonna die? Let me explain. So she's running from the killer. She falls off a cliff and hits her head on a rock. And this is like a big fucking mountain. She's like up here. Boop, boop. She hits her head and she does not get killed. She gets stabbed in the shoulder. Almost bleeds to death. She doesn't die. She's been up in the mountains for 4 days with no food and no water. She does not die. She does not get frostbite at any point. She does not go blind from the snow. She doesn't die. And also, she survives an avalanche, which you can. You can't survive an avalanche. It's not impossible. You can, but it's very unrealistic. There was one really good scene where she's stuck in the snow and she's like, she has this much to breathe with. Like the snow's up here at the top and the snow's right here at the bottom. And she's, trying to dig her way out. And the killer's, the killer has like this weapon and trying to stab her through the snow. Oh, that was pretty intense. Overall, her character, it's nothing too special about her. She's just the main girl. And the only reason I cared for her is because, she wasn't unlikable. She just made a dumb decision. The only way I hate characters in a movie, well, first of all, because I'm a Christian, I know that it's just a movie. And either way, because it's a movie doesn't mean I should, but, I'm sinful, so. The point I'm trying to make is there wasn't really a reason for me to hate her other than she, people can say whatever, that she deserves what she's getting because she made a stupid decision. It's like, dude, people make dumb decisions. I've been told not to go into restricted areas before, and I've done that. How many times have you guys not listened to your parents? That's considered a dumb mistake. A lot of people make dumb mistakes, dude. This girl and her boyfriend just made one dumb mistake that, kind of got both of them almost killed. Possibly killed. Pretty much dead. I think my whole problem with the movie isn't like anything like that in terms of acting or anything like that. They all do a fine job. The pacing's okay. It's just most of the movie is just this bitch running in the snow from the killer, and the killer isn't interesting because he doesn't talk. He doesn't really do anything cool. He only shows up like a few times in the movie. The threat is mainly just her surviving out in the mountains. And the killer just doesn't kill her. Which I guess is the point. I guess the killer is just trying to, make her, like, suffer. But it's like, dude, if I was the killer at that point, I would have been like, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm going to kill you. I would have fucking killed her. Like, dude. And the twist at the end, it wasn't really shocking. They try really hard to make it shocking, and it's not. You can see from a mile away who the killer is. And overall, the movie doesn't have a feel of. It doesn't feel like anything happened when you watch the movie, and towards the end you're expecting something to get wrapped up, but nothing does. It's just like, okay, we're getting close, but then the movie just ends. Nothing gets wrapped up. It's just kind of there. It was very awkward. And spoiler, this bitch, spoiler for the ending, spoiler for the ending, skip to 9:40. She finds her dead boyfriend, she grabs hold of him, dead body, as a snowman. The killer's watching, and she just falls off a cliff, and then I'm like, okay, so she died. But then later we find out she survived at the end credits. How the fuck how did she not die from that fall? Oh my god. Nothing really got resolved in this movie. Overall, the movie's just very bland and kind of boring. It's not bad. It's not the worst thing I've seen. But it's like, I don't know. Overall, C. Hey, C for cold. Brr. You know what? I'm going to go review a movie that I'm actually somewhat excited for. I was excited for this film, but whatever.